Hey guys, Erick Landon here again, and I decided to review the 3 Fire Emblems for the Game Boy Advance. I'm a big fan of this series, man. My favorite is Path of Radiance for the GameCube. That was the first Fire Emblem I ever played in my life. But I have a really soft spot for these guys, these two right here, and I wanted to make a review of them. So I was usually going to make the review of these two, but since there's one that came out before them, but only in Japan, and I played that game, I decided maybe I'm going to include it. So this is going to be a 3-part review, short reviews, nothing long really, just me stating my opinion as usual. So, welcome and let's begin. Hello everyone, and welcome to my part 1 of my Fire Emblem reviews. Just a heads up, I'm not going to review the entire series, just the 3 titles that came out for the Game Boy Advance, for now. First, there's the Binding Blade, or Sword, also known as the Sword of Seals. So to avoid confusion, I'm going to refer to it as Fire Emblem 6 from now on. Indeed, this is the 6th installment in the series, and the first one in which the series' original creator Shuzo Kaga wasn't involved. Just like the Famicom or Super Famicom games, this title didn't come out of Japan, even though the main character was later introduced in Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube. Years later, fans translated the game and we all got to finally play it in English on an emulator. The people who played the previous titles obviously noticed the big improvement in almost every single thing on Fire Emblem 6, but the gameplay mechanics stay the same. It's a strategy RPG in which you take on hordes of enemies with your army that keeps growing the more characters you recruit or automatically get. You got the weapon triangle as well. Sword beats axe, axe beats lance, lance beats sword. This applies in Magic too in a similar way. The story is a very strong point of the game, just like in any other Fire Emblem. And there's a support conversation system which was now slightly different than in previous titles. With all that said, I think Fire Emblem 6 is a great game that sadly wasn't localized back then. However, there's one particular flaw that can kill your entire experience in this title. First of all, every single entry in the series is hard, and this one's no exception. It's really hard. Not as hard as the Super Famicom titles, mind you, but hard nonetheless. But the factor that can frustrate your situation is the stupid constant reinforcements in some chapters. Getting to fight the same soldiers over and over again is classical in all Fire Emblems, but here they literally cross the line. I don't mean to hate on this game because I already admit it's great and I liked it, but it made me rage quit on several occasions, all due to the gigantic, almost never-ending amount of reinforcements. Like seriously, watch. This is the real deal, the real footage. To make matters worse, they always appear on the enemy turn, meaning you don't get to strategize before. So technically, you're screwed if your weaker allies are within their attack range or if they all decide to attack the same character. That's bullshit. They did this before in previous titles and did it again on newer titles, but like I said, they crossed the damn line here. But anyways, leaving that aside, and in conclusion, Fire Emblem 6 is still a great game, but one that can very frequently take the jelly out of your donut.